like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking, right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's fast to the money low. I'ma grab from man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
What we got? Watch, twitch.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bryant on the crossing route. He hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The give is to Elliott, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Undercrunch.
Off the play fake. Bryant escaping the pressure right. And that's Elliott, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Check 13. Check 13.
Running with Elliott. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. 2 Gator. 2, come on. Watch the curve.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Carr. Flushed out right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing again. Bryant. And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Off play action. Bryant eluding the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Tight down. There you go.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He finds Robinson. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Demarcus Robinson, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Bryant got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On 1st down, Bryant stepping up. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On On second down, Jacobs. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On second down, Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Back to throw. Bryant. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Elliott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Hey, Raider 2. General West. Smooth.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 9, Carr. Open man is Galladay, complete. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
We're good.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain there of 30 big ones. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 57 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that player is able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
185, 54. Raider 1.
are now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Back now in Arlington, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bryant, and that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 4th down, Bryant. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. It's caught. Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Bryant letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again, Bryant. That one complete, Elliott.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Bryant, complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. From the gun, Bryant under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it's third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Looking to throw. Bryant. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Carr going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Robinson. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through them right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Mike 57. I got you. I got you, son. Boy. Get on, baby. Get this.
Carr going to go on fourth down. Going for the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big run that time by Elliott. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off the play fake. Bryant. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, nothing changes there with that final touchdown. But it did beat the buzzer nonetheless.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And, off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Raiders, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop be looking bleak now? I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready, black 25, 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50.
Jameis now on first down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Let's go, baby.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Stage situation. Let's go. Watch out, watch out. Let's go.
On the run, this is Hunt. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ready, blue ready. Hey, come on now, come on now. 55, come on. Let's go.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Winston.
Let's make these babies go.
And he completes it to Hunt. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Ready, blue ready. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Winston. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Off the play fake, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Gay's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 70 in. There's a corner now. Bang, Leo. Bang, bang.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Switch up. Back. Check 61. Matchbox, right. Hayward.
2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense went into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Winston flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1.
Here we go. He's coming. We got double up. 80 weapon. Chip. Seam 6. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
54 much.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. They'll set up the throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And they give this time to the tailback. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness. Incomplete.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0. But the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. That gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 2nd and 13. Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action. Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trying to lay one up. This is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. his second touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This one taken from the 7. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Out. Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Check.
He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over first and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Winston. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Zoom, fellas, let's go. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Tighten up. He's coming, double up. Yes! He's coming, double up. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Going for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you. H3, 218. Chopper. Chuck 31.
2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Motion out of the backfield. Mike 54. Mike, bravo. You don't want nothing. Come here. Pick up the ball.
They'll look to throw. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Winston now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Play action now. Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. To the air again with Winston. And he completes it to Hunt. And that one results in 35 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run with Hunt. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll run it here with Hunt. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Gay's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Following the interception, Winston eluding the pressure right. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, 5 on the 50. 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 50. Got one. I got one.
Here's Winston. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
At their own 2-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this out past the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bucs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's the vessels alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part like I'm LeBron. Rings to the team. I put Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
You
now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Rick Rock. TikTok. West Hip Hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Come on. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip. You hating cause I took the risk. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They LA made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause on the rest, watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. I see the rest, I see the rest, I see the rest, I see the rest, I see the rest.
Since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I had it. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. That I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole hole for it, all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the bip. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian, blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate, pay their bills, they can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat women good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Been a fine as hell from my head down to my nails.